Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently, well, actually really close to having every coastal province here. Like, incredibly close. So that's fantastic. All we need is this single one. And when does our truce with this guy expire, is the question that I have. Let's go through this real quick here. It is 3 years. Okay. So we can make attacks down rivers in the meantime, and that'll be absolutely fine. Keep in mind we only have around, like, 50-ish years left here. Well, a little more than that, like 70-ish. Yeah, something around those lines. But we can start moving up rivers. We can attack, like, Bura here. That's a super easy one to take over, and we can just start working our way through rivers. We can go for Lotharingia if we wanted something a little bit more challenging. Those de jure lands are not particularly helpful for our goals here. They're legal for us to take because they're de jure, but they're awkward. So I think we'd end up doing Duchy Conquers. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, now that's awkward. Technically, this county is legal for us to hold. Just barely. But it would just be these two. I believe the other one in that duchy was Valois. Oh, there's all this up here. Okay, so yeah, we definitely would not be too interested in that. There's 2 counties that we'd like to take here. What about this up here? What does that look like duchy-wise? Lower Lorraine. Interesting. These 2 counties we cannot hold. The rest of Lower Lorraine, we can. That said, if we were to end up getting the duchy wholesale... It's a Prince Bishopric. Yeah, he would become our vassal. So we would get all of this, in theory. He's very much the wrong religion, but we could deal with that later. So this guy has quite a lot of military strength. There's no doubt about that. And his capital is where? Here. That's pretty accessible from this duchy. I think this is a decent, worthwhile trade. We can raise up here. I want to check in quick on our construction progress here. We're almost done with our pastoral lands. Literally 1 day left. 1 day left. Okay. Well, there's that done. And we're going to grab our trade port here. Perfect. How are we doing in London? There we go. 7 months on that. I think we'll go ahead and declare this. I would like to carve into Lotharingia a little bit. I don't like having these powerful enemies in our backline like this. We could also go after this guy, though. Those de jure lands are pretty crappy. No doubt about that. Under most circumstances, this would be a pretty attractive option to me. But I think that we go after Lotharingia here. Conquered Duchy. We wanted Lower Lorraine. And then we declare this. This looks like a very good war to me. So we're going to raise up our men-at-arms here and our levies. And the question is, how many levies are we going to raise? Well, he brought in a holy order. That's not surprising. He has about 90,000 troops. Okay, easy enough. We're going to start heading in and siege. But we're going to raise up a similar quantity. Should be good. Cool. So we're going to grab this for the ticking war score, then split off our siege force and go fight him. This is, of course, slightly dangerous to split off our siege force if we get outmaneuvered a little bit here. But we'll see. We'll head on down, and we will do that. Then we're going to come on over this direction and see what combat we can get. This looks good. This looks really good. They're going to pile in very late. Incredibly good. Okay, we will continue to siege out over this direction. The question now is, do we pursue? I think that we slow siege over here for the time being. Cool. We're going to continue to take the war goal here. Wow, this slow siege is not very slow at all. Okay, that's a fast siege right there. We're going to take Ergeld, and we can see here, this is the danger. We're going to abandon this siege and make our way up here. Yep, I thought that's what they were going to do. So we're going to use this river to our advantage, and we're going to attack over here with this force while these guys come over and siege in Cologne. Beautiful. This is going to be a big fight here that we will obviously win. Now, these guys are a little dangerous, actually, to our sieges. We're going to come down over here, away from these mercs. We have a sun and air. Sounds good. We also just got a domain limit. What happened there? What do we get? Do we have anything we shouldn't? That all looks correct. I guess we'll hand out Luton. Sure. Maybe our stewardship dropped slightly. That's a possibility, I suppose. Okay. I'd love to come up here and take out their mercs. We'll see if that ends up happening. Yep. We do catch their mercs there. And they actually turn around right here. This is amazing. Why would they do this? This is insane. The war's just over, right? Yeah, the war's just over. I don't know why they do this. That's insane. They have no way to contest us now. All we need is this final siege here, and it's just done. Beautiful. So we're going to enforce our demands here. And as expected, this guy became our vassal, so we don't have to hand any of that out. We do have to hand out Cologne, and we can consider that done. And I think we can grant that de jure over. Now, this guy is currently imprisoned. What do you suppose the odds are, with him being a Prince Archbishop, that he would be willing to convert in exchange for being released? Actually, he would. That's really funny. Hilarious. Good job, Duke Adolf. I love it. So we pushed up this river. I want to check in on the status of this truce over here. It should still be like 2 years. Still 3 years. 14 August. Okay. I think that's more of a rounding issue than anything. We can go after maybe Klingonberg next. Take some of this Klingon territory. These are okay de jure lands. Let's take a look through some of these claims. Pretty mediocre, if I'm honest. Under most circumstances, I would absolutely do this, but this does not fit within our rule set. And that's primarily the reason why we haven't taken over the world yet, for the record, is because we've not been taking those big moves. It almost certainly could have happened. Well, it definitely could have happened by now. It definitely could have happened by now that I think about it. Those big moves are absolutely huge, but we are explicitly forbidden from making moves like that. So for the time being, we're going to look at duchies here. This duchy is interesting to me. We may have to hand out this county here, but even so, we get 4 counties here. That's not so bad. That seems pretty decent to me, all things considered. So I think we go ahead and do this. This is a holy war. Let's just do a conquer, because I don't want other people to join that war. So that was this one. There we go. Cool. Yeah, he will retain the duchy after the war. And he will not be our vassal, I don't think. So we're definitely going to have to hand out this county, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and declare that. We'll raise up our troops right here, men-at-arms, and levy troops. We're going to need fewer than the last attack, but I do want to check in on London here. Did that finish construction in that last war? It did. We already got that going. Cool. Checking in on that dry dock, 7 months on that. They called in a holy order. That's to be expected. So they have 61,000 troops. Okay, sounds great. Well, this is more than we need. I may have not been paying attention. I'm going to split off. Well, actually, no, we'll just keep these. We'll go on in. It's okay. Right. I'm quite dumb. For some reason, I was thinking that was a city. We're going to split in half, and we're going to go back and grab Hamburg. Cool. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, group that back together, and these are some very low-level forts. They fall exceedingly quickly. His troops are down here. No problem there. Is he just going to run in a circle this whole time? If he's just going to run in a circle, this is fine. We'll take the ticking war score and then siege our way down there. Okay, now he broke his circle. Cool. So, at this point, we want to walk over this direction. I'd like to catch them. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. So we're going to head up and hit the Barony of Hanover and just keep an eye on what they're doing. It looks like they're going to go try to take ticking war score back from us. This is fine. We allow them to start a siege up here. That is exactly what we want. Because now we can fight them here. Cool. So this is a big battle, but we're going to win it. And then from here, we may as well just grab this territory over here. I think there's no reason not to do a little bit of additional sieging. Just in the same area. Okay. So we're at 75% war score right now. We do have ticking on our side. And we are getting a fair amount from these sieges as well. I'm going to split off our siege force now. I don't think we need to stay grouped together at this point. These guys can head over here and continue to siege, while our main force comes down and tries to give battle again. It is winter, so that's exciting. But we're going to catch part of their force here. These guys do not turn around, and they start heading up towards our siege force, which will retreat in this direction to be able to be covered by our main force. Cool. We may as well come out over this direction. I think that we're going to win from this battle. Sure, we'll accept this. What are we good at? We're best at learning. Okay. This is probably not going to work. Hey, we won! Okay, good game. The war is, of course, over. We'll just wait for that battle to finish. There we go. And enforce our demands. Now, we expect to have to grant independence to this lad. Technically, we are allowed to demand his conversion for release, but we're just going to grant him independence. He would not accept that, so that's okay. We're going to grant this out, and this out. And now we can grab this duchy, which de jure goes here. This guy's the wrong religion, though, so I'm going to give it to this lady instead. Because she's the correct religion. And now we don't have to deal with that. Fantastic. Okay. This is acceptable. So let's check in now on... Oh. Oh. Well, somebody conquered this. One of our vassals dealt with it for us. So that's great. We now control the entire coastline. Cool. Not counting navigable rivers. Not counting navigable rivers. Although we control most of the navigable rivers at this point too, for the record. There's not that many navigable out over this way, so we control most of them. Heading down this way is definitely something we want, but at this point, as far as expansion goes, it's just river-based. I'm a little bit sad that a vassal kind of stole our thunder there, but, I mean, in the end, we have it, and that's what matters. So that's great. We can definitely continue to work on some of the rivers out over, like, this way. Let's take a look at what we could get duchy-wise over here. Oh, this is almost perfect. This one we can't hold, unless we got the title. No, we would have to grant this independence. But that's okay. We can get that navigable river, and then we can come down over here and work on, like, some of these other navigable rivers over this way for the moment. Work our way up here. I think we have all of them. Well, there's this little bit in Africa that we need. A little bit over here. A little bit out of Lotharingia, and a little more out of Klingonberg. But overall, we have most of it. We would have to attack Bavaria. Bavaria's kind of big, but not that strong. Moldavia would need to be attacked. And a lot over here would need to be taken. I'm just thinking about... The main contributor gets the target kingdom. Titles in the target kingdom are handed out to the beneficiaries. So we would get the kingdom here, which means that this is completely legal for us to do. This would get us most of this navigable river. Which is definitely interesting. There's no doubt about that. This is by far the longest navigable river that we don't have major control over. Although, we might want to save a kingdom invasion for this. Really. That might be a thing that we want to do. Ruthenia, we could actually take everything that they have. This is all on a navigable river. Interesting. It's split up awkwardly, so we'd have to do this probably in 2 wars. And then there's a decent amount of Poland that we can take as well. We don't have that many de jure lands. We could think about creating, like, a bunch of titles. And that might get us some more de jure lands that we can get. I mean, it probably would. It'd be a bit of a tedious process. Empire of Galicia, we'll go ahead and create these empire-level titles. That's for sure. Empire of Maghreb, we'll create that one. That'll get us some de jure bonuses. The Isles. Hilarious. What else do we potentially have here? I mean, I would like to create some of these kingdoms, too. We could just focus on, like, one river at a time, but I do think that a kingdom invasion for this would be really, really good. We could guarantee exactly the tiles that we wanted. So that would be a pretty big deal. Attacking Ruthenia would be good. At this point, I'm just kind of crippled by indecision. Paula has a lot that we could get as well. Let's see here. All of these are eligible for us to hold. But I mean, really, we could do this. But I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't. Yeah, I'm kind of crippled by indecision now. My plans have been derailed. No doubt about that. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. It's a couple of minutes early, but my plan this episode was to finish this off, and that finished early. So we're going to need to take a bit of a look around and decide on what order we want to get this done. And I think that's something I will do primarily off camera. And next episode, I'll have a bit more of a plan for this segment of the game. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.